we decided to make a little bit of a challenge. We are going to try and make a team of 18 players from back line to the forward line and all the followers in between, but only using a single player from every single team. So you're going to see some differences. You're going to see some necessaries, but overall, it's a very, very exciting little prospect that we're going to do to kind of see what the best possible team could look like if you could only poach one player. Say we're Tasmania. We've been given no restrictions on who we can poach, except for just one player. What would your team look like?
Well, starting from the back line, my team would look like Tom Stewart, Harris Andrews, Nick Vlosten, Jordan Clark, Jacob Wiedering, and Nazaya Wanganeen Millera.
Of course. Yes, a very good pick. Very
Of course. Of course.
Jordan Clark, obviously, he was All-Australian.
Absolutely.
So, fantastic pick there.
Yeah.
Kind of plays that small running role alongside Naz, Tom Stewart as well. That's a very interesting one there. But what you'll see is I've got some fairly similar ones in the sense of Harris Andrews and Jacob Wiedering are the two on the spine. I've got Nick Vlosten and Liam Baker, as well as Jordan Clark and Nazaya Wanganeen Millera. So West Coast is obviously going to be one of those ones that are tough to find a spot in because, like, who do you put in for West Coast? Harley Reid's probably not going to get a spot because there's other midfielders in other teams that are going to get better positions. So who on that side has shown consistency, shown a fairly high level of play, can play up to the competition and their teammates? Liam Baker's a premiership player. So I think him playing alongside all these players, if this were to hypothetically happen, and also based off of how his 2025 went, like, it wasn't a bad campaign. Obviously, West Coast in general, not great, but Baker was good.
Yeah.
Jordan Clark is in there. Same reasons you've got him.
Yeah.
I think all the rest are the same. It's just the Liam Baker and Tom Stewart switch around.
That's the only difference.
Yeah, so we're fairly similar there.
Yeah, some of the players I was thinking about, I thought about Nick Blakey potentially as a replacement for Naz if he went to the midfield or something. I thought about including someone like Dane Zorko, who was really close to this as well. He was phenomenal last year. Bailey Dale was close as well. That's sort of in terms of the halfback flankers. And in terms of the keys, Sam Taylor was obviously up there. Carl Wilkie, if I didn't choose Naz, was going to be 100% in this team.
Yeah, 100%. Look, the good thing is it works out in the sense that Harris Andrews and Jacob Wiedering are pretty safe pick, especially considering Dane Zorko, right? You could basically interchange the two depending on like what you needed. If you had too many tools, you'd put in Dane Zorko. If you didn't have enough up the spine, you'd put in Harris Andrews. Yeah. So Brisbane, I mean, considering they're the best team, Brisbane are easy to work around with. It's the teams that aren't so easy, I think, that we're going to find, or that aren't so good, we're going to find are the hardest to find spots for. So Liam Baker, I just went, I may as well put him there because I think that's probably one of the better outcomes with this team. And you'll find out more and more very quickly as to how much we struggled with some teams.
We'll start with the midfield. We'll go to the midfield in the middle.
Yeah.
My ruckman was Max Gawn. My two wingers were Errol Goulden and Josh Dacos.
Yes.
And then my three genuine midfielders were Zach Merritt, Zach Butters, and Noah Anderson.
It's a very solid midfield, don't get me wrong. And the funny part about it is we'll have some similars purely based off of the fact that they kind of had to. But Errol Goulden, love that pick. Josh Dacos, I actually really like that pick despite him. You know, people would say he's a halfback flanker, but he's played wing before.
Played a lot of time wing, especially in that 2023 year.
Exactly
also,
right.
Nick can get sacked. He's the second best. He's not the first.
Didn't even win club best and fairest. Could you believe it?
Literally. Darcy Cameron should have been in the same.
Exactly right. No, you're dead right. Oh, what am I doing? Where's my Collingwood? Where did I put my Collingwood again? I'm trying to look for him. There we are. Oh, this joke became less funny because here's my midfield. I put Sherry as the ruckman. Okay. I've also got the Bond in the midfield as well.
Yeah.
Dacos does get a midfield spot, so there goes all the funny jokes. But they complement each other quite well. Yeah. Zach Merritt is my centre. My winger is Errol Goulden. And my other winger is Took Miller. As he kind of has been pushed to the outside now with the Petrarca in as well. So Miller will probably be a rotational piece, but a very strong one. I'd imagine so at the very least. And he had a good 2025, so I'm happy with picking him, even if it misses out on an Anderson in the mid, as a rail in the midfield. I would have loved to put them as the winger, but I just feel like that would have been a bit of a stretch. I don't see them being outside the midfield as their preferred position.
Yeah, understandable.
Merritt, I wanted us to hold off this fact until now. You cannot pick anyone else on Essendon. No way.
I genuinely, I was like, maybe I'll go for a key position player. You can tend to hide them. Maybe even like a Jordan Ridley or a Mason Redmond. he's not a key position player. And they're like, okay, forward of the ball. Maybe I could go for like Nate Caddy, second year player.
I was thinking Kyle Langford, but I'm like, Kyle Langford will be such a sore thumb in this squad.
It's just like there is nothing. Like Nick Martin could have been. He's not even playing in 2026.
Yeah, exactly right. And like, you could maybe justify picking him over some of the backmen that we've got, but like, I'd pick Jordan Clark over him. Liam Baker, I'm still very happy with my Liam Baker pick. Vlosten would still pick Wangani Miller. There's just options.
Yeah, there are a couple players, a couple teams where had literally maybe 2 players. Essendon had 1 player. West Coast had 2.
Yeah.
West Coast, there were 2. North Melbourne, there were 2.
Yep.
Where Essendon had 1.
Yeah, exactly right.
So
it is literally merit or nothing, which means you basically had a midfield spot taken up with Zach Merritt. I was genuinely thinking,
immediately,
because there's better midfielders in the league than Zach Merritt, but you got to, and that's kind of the fun of this little drill here. But let's have a look at our forward line, because our forwards, a bit of differential here. Yeah.
My 2 keys were Sam Darcy and Jake Waterman, which was the other West Coast Eagles player. It was Liam Baker or Sam or Jake Waterman. Those were the only 2 that could have been. My other tall was Jack Gunston, and then I also had Toby Green, Isaac Rankin, and Harry Sheasel as my other forwards.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but when I got to my forwards, this was kind of my last bit, so I was almost filling in with the teams that I had left. So this could be a bit weaker compared to a lot of others, but I still have some very strong ones. Like, I'm really happy with how my spine ended out. I've got centre half forward Riley Thilthorpe, full forward Jeremy Cameron. I feel like that's a really, really good front two, considering how many teams I had left. I hadn't used my Geelong, hadn't used my Adelaide yet. Very happy with that. Georgiades, I've got on my half forward. I know you're really high on Georgiades. Had a great 2025. So absolutely. I felt like on my half forward for Port Adelaide, it's a fantastic pick. Jack Gunston I picked as well. Toby Green's in there too. And Cozzy Pickett. I know, and that's kind of my cheat pick.
Melbourne was the other one. Okay, Pickett, still a small forward.
He is.
I'd still classify him as a small forward.
He's getting more midfield, we know for certain, though, in the near future.
Yeah, but for me, it was Melbourne that was 2 players. It was North Melbourne that was 2 players. And it was West Coast that was 2 players.
Yeah.
And so you can see in all of this, it was either Sheasel or Cherry. It was either Baker or Waterman. And it was either Gawn or Pickett.
Yep.
I think pretty much any other club, there were a couple options you could have gone
maybe. And again, we've kind of clarified a lot that it is based off 2025. But if we're thinking of West Coast, Elliot Yeo...
Still, I wouldn't consider him.
You wouldn't consider him?
No, I wouldn't.
No?
Like, if there was another club that I consider maybe just a 2-man...
Like, not even off the half-back?
Nah.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Yep. Look, I'm still very happy with my picks. I'm still happy with it, but I just know that there's players and there's ways you could switch this around, right? So the rules, for those who may want to do this and leave their best teams in the comments, like, take your best... take 1 player from every team and try and find a way if you can, because I can guarantee you someone out there will find a better team than what we have, and will objectively be like, oh yeah, that's a pretty good team. But let us know where you think what went wrong, what we did well, anything like that, because I think it's a nice little exercise, and it wouldn't be bad doing this almost every year because of the fact that like this could change. This really could change depending on, like, say Aaron Cadman comes out and all of a sudden Toby Green is no longer that pick, and you've got a tall forward, and it opens up a spot for like a Paul Curtis at North in case he breaks out, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
There's chances to redo this. There's chances for you guys to do better than us. Let us know what you're thinking. Anything that you can add on top of that?
Not really. Don't screw up. Don't pick 2 players from the same team.
Don't pick Kyle Langford. Yeah, and you must pick Zach Merritt. That's probably the other rule.
It's a 17 from 17 because Zach Merritt is in this team regardless.
Exactly right. You've got 17 choices and Zach Merritt. So work out from there what you have got. Nonetheless, appreciate you guys tuning into this one. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It'll be great to see you guys here regularly and when we come back from the off season. But appreciate you all tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Catch ya.